Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Resvi Variska from English Education Department.
Hi, my name is Farisa Fatimatuzzahro.
And I'm Siti Aminah.
Hi, my name is Fajriana Muslimah Rahayu.
My name is Sekar Dian Selasih. You can call me Sekar.
So here I want to tell you about a story, and this story about Pinocchio. This story tell about a painter named Geppetto. He cast a puppet in the shape of a boy and named it Pinocchio. He wished for a boy to be a real one. A fairy heard his wish and fulfilled his wish. She added life to the puppet, but she wanted if he was to be a real boy, he must always be a good boy. Geppetto loved him dearly, but Pinocchio naughty and rarely spoke the truth. As soon as he liked his wooden nose would grow long. So the moral value in this story: don't be with people. That is not good. And for me is this time to be continue in the next stories with my friends. Bye bye.
Now I will tell a story about Aladdin and magic lamp. In the story, there are some characters, namely Aladdin, mother, father, magician uncle, and then Genie, the princess and the king. In the story Aladdin and Magic Lamp tell about there is a boy named is Aladdin who lived with his mother. At first, he just son of Taylor, right? Chance when he meet someone who confessed as his uncle, but obvious he is a magician. The magician invited Aladdin to a secret place where he found a magic lamp in which there is a genie who could grant all his wishes, so he can marry the princess. And the moral value is we must to be a good person and don't be a greedy. Thank you very much.
The title is Ants and the Grasshopper. The characters are three ants and the grasshopper. The story is about ants and the grasshopper. Which time the ants preparing for the winter, while the grasshopper just singing and relax. The ants have warned the grasshopper, but the grasshopper is don't care. Winter has arrived. The grasshopper has hungry. She can find food in the winter. The ant also help the grasshopper by giving the food they have, because the ants reprised the grasshopper, who used to help the ant when the ant was in trouble. The moral value in this story is we can ignore and we must help each other.
Presentation about a story, and the title of the story is Town Mouse and Country Mouse. This story is about a town mouse and a country mouse. Those two mice are friends. So one day, the town mouse come to the country to visit the country mouse because he missed his friend. But there, he complained about a lot of things, like the smell of farm animals, the little water there, and the food that country mouse serve. But one thing he praised, that the air there is so fresh. The town mouse really doesn't satisfied with this kind of condition. So he invites the country mouse to his house in the town to show that his place is better than here. Then the country mouse comes to the town. At first, he amazed by how shining towns looks. But it's so noisy there. Long story short, the country mouse arrive at the town mouse house. But there, they need to run and hide from the lady server or a cat just for having a meal. And the worst, they will die if get caught by a mouse trap too. The country mouse really shocked about all of this. He told the town mouse that he is very happy with his own house in the country. So he comes back and enjoy his entire life there. And then this story has two main characters. First, it's town mouse who has cocky and easy irritate characteristic. Second, it's country mouse that is humble and grateful. And last, the moral value of this story is we should be grateful for our own life, and we should be thankful about what we have now. And that's all from me. I'm sorry for any mistake. Thank you for your attention.
In here, I will tell about Cinderella. Once upon a time, there was a simple and beautiful girl named Cinderella. He lives with his evil stepmother and stepsister. Her stepmother and stepsister disliked her and taught her to do all the housework. One day, the king made an announcement in time that the king would have a party tonight, and the prince will choose a beautiful girl to be his wife. Cinderella wanted to go to the party. Her stepmother tell her that she can leave if she finished all her homework. But finally, he was left at home disappointed. She was so sad. Suddenly, a fairy godmother came with her magic wand. Fairy godmother wants to have Cinderella go to the party. He made magic by giving Cinderella a new dress, glass slipper, and a horse-drawn carriage. But the magic was only able to last until midnight. When Cinderella entered the place, everyone was mesmerized by her beauty. Prince also saw it and fell in love. Then he asked Cinderella to dance. However, when he looked at the clock and remembered the fairy would, he quickly left the place. In a hurry, when glass slipper he was wearing left on the place steps. The prince took the glass slipper and wanted to find out who it belonged to because he wanted to marry her. The next day, he ordered his kingmen to go to every house in the city and find a girl whose feet fit in the glass slipper. When they go to Cinderella's house, the stepsister tried to put their feet flat in the glass slipper, but they didn't succeed. Finally, when Cinderella tried on the shoes, her feet flat the glass slipper. Then, the prince married Cinderella and they lived happily ever after.